Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing today? Hans Schmidt, good morning. Great day. And Cheryl Morgan, good morning to you. It's a great day in God's paradise. Shaw Yard, George V, Lord Yorba Linda, great day. Johnny, real show, real slow. Yeah, we're slow burning every single day. Brittany Kelly, fat is the fuel for the Ferrari. We never burn sugars. Sugars are for glycosylation. Sugars are added to a protein to make them functional. That's it. So all this stuff that glucose is your energy, not true. No way. No way. Good morning, Sandy Whitlock McDougall, Shaw Yar, George V, Sandy Whitlock McDougall from Maine, and Anthony Chillo, good morning, and Mark Kimball from North Dakota Truckers coming to Dubai, sir. Deepak, I'm working on Dubai. I'm working on global, working on a global travel with Miss T in the coming times. All right, Hans Schmidt, Cheryl Morgan, Kevin Johnson, Bettina Nitz, Sheila MQ, Jonathan Fay, Luke is in the house, Steve Watts, Charcy. I was a little tired this morning. I got up at 3, but I did a little meditation and prayer for another hour, and then I'm the power. Here I am at work doing the thing I do, right? Feel like Dubai is your second home. Yeah, Debug, absolutely. Brittany Kelly, thank you so much. I'm working to travel the world. Miss T's checking out Australia for Kiltz right now. She's down in Melbourne, going to Sydney, and we're all part of the same globe, and we're working on peace around the world, and our challenges around the world are, this is the human craziness. Let's see. Yardira Ferris Cisneros. Good morning. How you doing? Creative Soil. Good morning, everyone. Dr. Kiltz from for Oklahoma. To my Oklahoma friends. Is that the Hoosier State? Can't remember. All right. That magnificent universe provides abundantly when you're in a state of gratitude every day. Gratitude is the attitude. And that was from Wayne Dyer. Love his inspirational books. All right. Cecilia, 4523. Heartjot, something 10. Good morning. Hello, doctor. We're coming to Colorado Clinic this month. Nice. Fink and Brandis, Dr. Randy Fink and Brandis is awesome and amazing. They're doing a great job. I'm so happy about the Colorado team. How long have you been carnivore? Ethan, I've been carnivore for about 13 years. I sometimes have a plant product, but mostly I eat animal products. So I'm in the animal side a little bit, minimize. That's really it. I go months without plants, and I've been off coffee for a year. I have a little bit from time to time now, so I minimize to maximize. That's the one thing I've learned is so amazingly powerful. Here to ask questions, give comments, thoughts, and ideas. Please subscribe, like, share, or don't like, and just put in what don't you like or what would you like to see more of on these morning health master class. And health is in the mind. It's the mastermind, right? On Primal Mike. Good morning, my good friend. PLC 865. Kind of go down and try to get to everyone. A little shout out. Hello. And what are you guys up to in this great universe? What are you worried about? What are you reading? Right. That's a little quote of today. What is it? It's manifest as if. And I was reading a little bit from Wayne Dyer's book. Act as if what you intend to manifest in life is already a reality. Eliminate thoughts of conditions, limitations, or the possibility of something not manifesting. See, you always get what you want or better. If that's the thought, that's it. Sandy Seyfried from Ontario. Awesome. Let's see. I get to hit the question button and, wave and shout out to everyone, by the way. If I miss you, please forgive me. Let's see. Constipated, blood stool after a month of carnivore, meat, eggs, fish, and cheese. Well, you're still healing. You're dumping some oxalates, phytates, lectins, and other things, but it takes months for some of that. I had terrible bleeding hemorrhoids for years. It took me about a year for them to really eliminate. Very rarely do I get it anymore. The poop just comes out. I don't force it. I wait days and days, sometimes a week, and then it's full and it says time to leave. Leave. All right, Char C, good morning, tribe. Jonathan Fay, good morning. Amy Parent, got your lantern out on the walk. Life is a walkabout. Go out and do the walk of life, right? And just smell the roses. Don't eat them. Don't eat them. Monica Hammerstein, hi. Let's see. Cherie Simmons, good morning from Louisiana. On my way to work and take care of beautiful dialysis patients. Take care of those people. And we're sharing ideas that maybe carnivore cures kidney disease. Yes. Choline, inositol, and 5-HTP. Yes, you can take any of those things. But carnivore, to me, like, you don't need any of it, but you got to eat the liver. Liver, live longer. And the liver's job is to make fat. What's the liver's job? To make fat. If you can't make fat, you're dead. Just think about it. Without insulin, you cannot make fat. Without a liver, you cannot make fat. So ultimately, making fat is the best thing, and fat does not cause any disease. But if you're overweight significantly, we know why. It's because you're a plant protein, low fat eater. That's it. And eating like a grazing animal. Steggles chicken, is that it? Thanks for stopping in. OurAncestorsFoods.com. How you doing? Free as a bird. Is it okay to take supplements of all fall? Yeah, absolutely. Best way to eat liver raw. Raw is technically the best way to eat all meat, technically, because Pottinger's cats talked about cooking the meat, and the cats were sick, and the future generations were sick. So my bet is we're somehow breaking down the amino acids in ways that are not good for us. That's it. Colorado, thank you. Sandy Seyfried, Ontario. Kim Lynch, good morning. Hey, Robert. Sarah Jane Cousins, 1 year carnivore. All right, Sarah Jane Cousin. Carnivore is kick-ass. Now, again, it sounds wrong. And I thought that as a doctor, it sounds wrong. Look, you can't just eat meat, and you got to eat lean meat. We're being fooled. We're being led to slaughter. That's all it is in this world, right? Eat the mush, be weak and meek. Right on. Let's see. Today, no going back, celebrating. We're celebrating with Sarah Jane Cousins and everyone around the globe. Become the lioness and the lion. That's what we already are. We were born that way, and then they tricked us. They tricked us. Can you believe it? Doug Owens, how you doing? Atsrig, YK Cell. Let's see. Carnivore Kata. Isaac. Our Ancestors Foods. Awesome. Michael MK1. How you doing? Derek W. Young, 18. Again, I'm working to slide up and down on the Instagram stuff. I used to put it on like my iPad, and I could see it bigger. And then they say, no, you can't do iPads. Yeah, I don't know, Sarah Jane. What? Janet Garcia, good morning. What does it mean to have low blood platelets? Well, likely the low blood platelets are because you have a lot of inflammation that's gobbling them up, and there's a lot of glycation. Glycation is the abnormal binding of sugars to everything and anything in your body. That's the cause of disease. Visceral fat, adipose tissue, sub-Q, perirenal, intramuscular, the bone marrow fat is not the cause of disease, but excess fat is a sign. It's like high blood pressure. High blood pressure is not the cause of the problem. It's a sign of a lot of stiff vessels, right? And a lot of glycation and damage. Constipation before, during carnivore suggestions. Be patient. It will come out. You don't want to, you want to eat fatty meat and 3-day fasting once a month. That's that. A 5-day fasting twice a year. That's my opinion. And again, and I do 23-1. I might have a little snack of a little bit of ribeye, dry aged steak. Oh my God, amazing. But stay away from the other stuff, the fruit, fiber, vegetables. But low platelets is gobbling them up, inflammation. And if it's on carnivore, patience, and do fasting and add the fat. You see, when you add fat, you kill the microbes in the gums, the teeth, the esophagus, the tonsil areas, the GI tract. And those bugs inside you are not your friend. Sorry. Raw meat has the risks of salmonella, et cetera. Well, again, because our world of food is industrial, it's being mass produced, mass slaughtered and packaged, and the higher and higher risks of contamination. So ultimately, local farming, and really where it's sustainable and pasture raised, regenerative farming, all those sort of things, that is the one that I think is so important. And again, faith is always first. Have faith in God and look in the mirror, as my good friend Ben Wu likes to say, because that's all we are. Fear is the most powerful of all thoughts, with one exception. More powerful than fear Faith. See, the acronym for fear is faith evolves and restores everything. Faith is it, my friends. April Shorner, good morning, on vacation in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Vegetarian and vegan for 40 plus years. I'm still healing my gut colon from damage from fiber. Fruit, fiber, vegetables will fry your brains. And ultimately, the pooping is bad, bleeding is bad, farting is bad, bloating is bad, and you're making alcohol, auto intoxication. Just look it up, Christopher. Good morning, doctor. Do you know when your beef organs will be back in stock? I'd like to say Monday. This is one of our biggest challenges. Supply chain around this globe is hard. We're working on it. I'm going to say under a month, Christopher. Doug. All right, April Shorner, that is true. Thank you. Linda Royer had a bison flank steak last night. So lucky to live in a buffalo ranch. Oh my God, there's so much great buffalo, but add the butter. Remember, you want about a 1-to-1 fat to protein mix. That's why I make sure I get the ribeye, but the Wagyu A5. Oh my God, is it okay to drink roasted dandelion chicory and cream tea? Is okay to drink roasted dandelion chicory, Steg's chicken. I think, again, small amounts, but the toxins come from plants: heroin, cocaine, marijuana, nicotine, caffeine, cyanide, plants, almond milk, oat milk, coconut milk. They're juices. They're not milks. And if you think about the creamy, milky stuff from some plants, latexy stuff, poisonous. That's it. Carnivore for cirrhosis of the liver. Maria Miller, absolutely. But you want to focus on fat. The key is adipose tissue. I don't care where it is in your body. It contains every mineral, every vitamin, every amino acid, simple sugar, and fatty acid, and cholesterol, and all the anti-inflammatory particles which come from fat. That's why when they fed cows fat, it killed the cows, because it killed the microbes in the rumen. And they need it. We do not. But yeah, cirrhosis of the liver. So when I did my talk on with Stephen Thomas and Richard Smith, keto, let's see, UK Carnivore, and I can't remember. I apologize to Richard Smith. He's a rock star, by the way. But if again the all proteins break down amino acids in the gut. There are 20 to 21 of them, depending on who you read. And they all must go to the liver, and via insulin or other enzymes, they're converted to fatty acids mostly. You might save some of these amino acids to ship around the universe in order to provide the building blocks of those proteins, but you must glycosylate in order to be healthy. Glycosylation is critical, but because we're eating a high plant-based, low animal fat diet, we're glycating, and it causes every disease. And inflammation, what is it? Bursitis. They've already drained 10 cc's. I'm on antibiotics, but guess what? It doesn't matter. Your carnivore is going to get you. All right, carnivore, yes, for liver disease, absolutely. And one of the most common problems is gastrointestinal, hepatic, and renal damage. It's all happening. And there's so much Parkinson's, ADHD, OCD, depression, anxiety, it's growing, Alzheimer's, all of it's growing. And it's growing in this world because you've been taught to eat a plant-based, low animal fat diet, which is for a pig, cow, and a sheep. So we've been corralled and what's the good word for this? Bamboozled? Jeffrey R. Walls, how you doing? Doug Owens, how you doing? Meish Moog, how you doing? Let's see. Heather Sterling, good morning. Good morning. ADK, good morning from Los Angeles. Kiltz, born and raised in L.A., kicked out of school in a gang, 18th Street, couldn't read, father in jail. But I've learned something through the hardships, which built a strong ship. I've been given many opportunities and many mentors that help guide me on my journey. And I'm still in need of mentors, but we are lied to. And basically, we're eating the wrong diet. That is like simple as can be. Fatty meat. And I say bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream, salt, one meal a day, and have faith all the way. And do a 23-and-1 most every day. Do a 3-day fast every month and a 5-day fast at least twice a year. And ultimately, true fasting is no food in the gut. SC3. Let's see. Empty gut, full life. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Boz. Boris 99. Savash, how you doing? Mag P. Sarek, how you doing? It's a great day in God's universe. God is good. God is great. Let's see. Anthony Sorrento. Good morning, doctor from Western New York. How you doing? I'm reading the Wim Hof method. Yes, we did Wim Hof method. Love it. Cold water, breath work, meditation, prayer. And again, vegan, vegetarian, Mediterranean, pescatarian, wherever you're at, you're welcome into Kiltz's KMT. We focus on carnivore fasting and keto. And again, as a vegan, vegetarian, and Mediterranean, you can do keto. Keto is the sort of the waiting room for the carnivores. That's it. We need lots of vegan, vegetarians, Mediterraneans to provide for the carnivorians. Dr. Kiltz, God bless you, Dr. Kiltz. You had some rough times, and yeah, I still have rough times because God knows how to strengthen all of us. Again, problems are part of the process of life. One of my favorite books is The World Turned Upside Down by Richard David Feynman. And when I read this a number of years ago, I learned that carbohydrates are never required in the human diet. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. That's the mainstay of our diet around the globe, right? And my sister Marianne, who loved horses, she died of diabetes. She had it since age 4. Type 1. She had no insulin, right? So something damaged her pancreas, and ultimately, I believe it's the plant lectins, oxalates, phytates, and the plant sugars which glycate that cause the disease. She died at 52 of heart failure. And Dave Kilmer is my other inspiration. I like inspiration, and I'm always looking at why do people die younger than we think they're supposed to. Now, we die when we're supposed to. That's just the answer of the universe. But I realized that he was healthy. Something killed him. And my belief is basically a low-fat, high-protein, and high plant-based diet is the cause of cancer, heart disease, diabetes, ADHD, OCD, depression, suicidality, criminality, all of it. But know this, we are the lions. It's simple as that. When I went carnivore at 55, arthritis, psoriasis, kidney stones, migraines, bowel bleeding, all gone. I learned to fly airplanes at 55, jets at 60, and never felt better in my life. Always learning. And Sen, what can you do in life? Check your pulse. If you got a beat there, right? You can do anything. Wim Hof is amazing, by the way. So thank you. Jennifer Vitito, blessings. April, Linda. Oh, and my good friends, let's see, Rachel Heichman is doing a meetup down in Tennessee, I think. Emily called me, and I know some other Lisa Wiedemann and maybe Ken Berry. I unfortunately am doing surgery all day today. I've got to travel down to Sarasota. We're doing our first retrievals Saturday morning in Sarasota. So I'm really excited about it. I wish I could be there. So I'm a shout out to all my friends with out at the meetup. Meet me where I'm at, right on. May have done chocolate last night. Liver was crumbling. I've learned from it. Yeah, Sarah Jane Cuz. Listen, Kiltz does a little bit of chocolate, dark, a little bit of coffee, very, very small amounts, decaf. But I sometimes do Kiltz's ice cream. That's it. 8 weeks on carnivore, more energy, better sleep, tighter gums, no gas, bloating, heightened sense of smell and taste, sustained energy while working out, perfect blood. Let's see, awning stars. I know, Mike, this is crazy stuff. Again, most people will say, no, wait a minute. My doctor, their doctors are experts, right? They've been trained by the propagandists. Now, again, I'm one of them, right? I thought, I'm Mediterranean. My grandparents are from Italy. And Mackenzie Wood, who's my father's father, is from, we think, Ireland or England. And ultimately, the beauty of the universe is that we truly, truly are lions. And we have been lining up like sheep for slaughter, but it's time to become the lions. And when you do this, it's a game changer. And this is the Hour of Power. Dr. Rob Kiltz here, 5 to 6 a.m. Monday through Fridays. Sunday is 10 a.m., although I'm traveling this week, so I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen. We're supposed to have Phil Ovadian on Monday. but I may need to shift that because I'm traveling to Sarasota, Norfolk, Virginia, Friday. Saturday, I'll be in Sarasota Retrievals at the Sarasota CMI Fertility location, and then traveling to New Orleans for the ASRM meeting. Let's see, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then New York for a meeting in the city. Sarah Jane, I tell you, Robert Green, how you doing? 80K, awesome. Charmed mom, good evening from the Hunter, NSW, Australia, 8 p.m. Nice. Miss T is out at a restaurant having dinner. They love her there. They're buying her drinks, although she doesn't drink alcohol. So, all right. Joby, hey, beautiful man, tips, please, 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 please. Kiltz, out to the back end of menopause, walk a lot, eat meat, but making muscle and midriff fat. So less food, more faith, and get walking. And don't forget, I'm being really nice to my left bursitis. They drain 10 cc's, but I'm mostly working on the right side. And again, I do the slow burn also, but fasting is really good. And that's one of the important things. I say faith and fasting is first, and 1 meal a day or less. Again, we're working really hard to lose weight, and the universe says, are you dumb? Famines, disease, pestilence, war. I mean, come on. The odds are that you're going to need that fat are big. And remember, the adipose tissue, we shouldn't just say fat, we should say adipose tissue is the storage tank for your fatty acids, which are critical for ATP production. You can't use sugar. It's critical for amino acids, simple sugars, fatty acids, and also the minerals and vitamins. They're in your adipose tissue. They're not stored in the muscle. They're stored in the adipose tissue, which is providing all the building blocks of your body. Fat is where it's at. Constipated, bloody stool, be patient, be patient. It's important to get out of ketosis from time to time. Nah, I don't even measure ketosis. I don't measure. I imagine the thing I wish it to be as if it is, and it shall be that or better. Full with fat and protein, but my sugar cravings are crazy. Jennifer Vito, mine too. But again, you're the master of the meal. Throw away all the shit. Get rid of Kiltz's ice cream if you put sugar in. You can have some eggs, cream, butter in there. Maybe no vanilla at all. Someone was doing a little bit of maple syrup, a little maple taste. But again, small amounts, sugars and amino acids, both must go to the liver via insulin converted to fat. That's it. Charmed mom, DT, potassium, it's in the food. If you eat the fatty meat, it's all there. And you don't need to add. I mean, what do we do for supplements for the first 3.5 million years or something like that, right? I eat till I'm full with fat and protein, but my sugar cravings are crazy. Jennifer Fetito. Oh, my God. Listen, small amounts of sugars. Now, when you get to the point where you can eliminate and you are good in the minimization, but some of us can't do that, right? So don't touch the sugar shit. Right on. DBDC, good morning to you. Rhonda Britt, Knoxville, Tennessee. My fave Wayne Dyer quote: if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. That's the most important thing. So you got to change the thinking, the meme machine. Everything is but a thought. That's all it is. Can you believe it? Just a thought. Jesus. So, again, depression, anxiety, suicidality, criminality, thinking, bad thinking. I think it's all secondary to mush, eating a lot of mush. Love Wayne Dyer. This is my rock star friend. Esther Boros, how you doing from sunny Budapest? It's getting a little wintry here in upstate New York. And T said the weather was a little gloomy and rainy down in great Melbourne, Australia. She's my traveler. She loves traveling. She loves going alone to places and learning about new people and things like that. So she's rocking. Rhonda Walker, good morning to you, Rhonda. How you doing? Great day. So I'm still working on Monday's meetup. Not sure about it because I'm traveling. I'm going to the American Society of Reproductive Medicine in New Orleans to meet my good New Orleans friends. Looking forward to that. Yadira, want to ask when we have to choose an embryo is better to transfer a 6 days graded 2A. They're all great. The grading is very inaccurate. Kiltz failed too much shit, bad grades, tested poorly, but still, here I am. All right. We got, is it important to get out of ketosis? Nope. Let's see. Is Sarasota public meetup? My Sarasota office, CNY Fertility Sarasota right now is our new IVF center. Retrievals, transfers, all those things. We're starting this week. Yay. We already done 2 transfers, 2 retrievals on Saturday. So again, it takes time and patience. I don't grade them. Best ability is availability every single day. And that's, sometimes, I'm a little tired when I get up in the morning. I might take another 10-minute little shavasana, prayer meditation. I always go down the thank you, God, Lord, creator for the day. Thank you, God, Lord, creator for the day. Thank you, God, Lord. You see, meditation to me is not clearing the mind. It's guiding and directing the mind with the thinking. Where do you want to go with that? That's all it is. Where do you want to go with that? And I love my good friend, Don Curtis. The wise physician knows that it is not he himself who brings about the healing through surgery or medication. He merely provides the conditions through which healing can take place. God alone heals. If you would be if you would be healthy, if you would be happy, then provide the conditions in your consciousness so that things may come about naturally for you, so that the miracle of God's presence is the presence and power may be manifest in your life. That's it, right on. So, how much value would you place upon a word of love or encouragement? Since we do not need to associate these things with monetary wealth, we're talking about money, and what is your life worth? What evaluation would you put upon a loved one? Is it money? Or true wealth is the abundance of spirit in your life. And that's why all of us, let's pray for goodness and gratitude and peace around the globe every day for those suffering. George V., how can you survive on maybe 800 calories a day? Because that's how much a handful is about. Well, let's see. So I don't even know how much a calorie is, George V. No one knows that, right? We're making it up. If I eat about a fistful of food a day and yet I'm staying about the same, either I'm not moving more to bring down the weight, or I'm maybe eating more than I think, probably, right? But I would say that this is the craziness of the world. I don't even know what a calorie is. Like, does your body say, well, that's a calorie, we're going to burn it over here, we're going to burn it over here? It's maybe nightmare. Awesome. 34 God. All right. Charmed mom. Element T potassium dose be much whilst 20 milliliters of atenolol. I don't know that answer for you. I don't use those extra things. Again, atenolol, we're on all these drugs because we're diagnosed with the disease that maybe isn't the problem. Maybe it's our diet that's causing the damage, and we've got to get off that shit. That's what I think. That's what I think. But yeah, there's potassium. Your body's going to dump the extra potassium, but all this stuff of overeating is not good, and over consuming supplements, not good. Don't need it. Don't need it. Fatty meat, salt water, FMSW. That's what I love. FMSW, fatty meat, salt water. Fatty meat, salt water. Again, the fat is the fuel for the Ferrari. When you eat fat, it suppresses the microbes in the gut. It goes to the lymphatics. It's distributed everywhere. It's critical to store the fat. Look at all the animals that get fat for hibernation or nesting or they're migrating. And this idea that fat is bad has been ingrained, beat into our brains, and obesity causes no disease. So when you see someone that's labeled as obese or high BMI or fat, look at a beautiful human being and recognize that there's a famine, and it's like for 6 months, no food. They're the lucky ones. And your body requires a much less water also, by the way. And 3 days past 3-day transfer and have bleeding and cramps is a good sign. Or okay, never worry, have faith in God always, and stay the course. And sometimes a little bit of spotting is normal. Get that checked. Call one of the team members, and don't forget fatty meat, salt water, and fasting. Hixander, good morning to you, my friend. Starling Africa, God bless me and you, Dr. Kiltz. Good morning to all of you, by the way. And let's pray for healing around the globe to so many people that are suffering, and health and wellness is there. And all we need to do is all step back. Drinking kefir daily. Kefir, I don't drink kefir. Fatty meat, salt water. That's the very best. So mad learning all this now. Hey, Brenda, I'm getting so mad learning all this now when we could have saved Mama from her suffering and death. Okay, so Brenda, God's got all of this. You don't judge yesterday with anything but gratitude to God. All things happen the way God intends. So getting mad is negative energy, which basically brings more negative energy, which is not the way to go. Be grateful. Hey, thank you, God, for teaching me this today. And I know my mother's passing was a teaching moment for me to help others in this world. So, Brenda, that's how I look at it. Again, if I'm mad at yesterday, I'm going to be shit every day. And I want to give that up. That's why it's very important. Meditation, prayer, gratitude, the attitude. Kefir is still, it's a kefir. Again, I'm not a kefir fan, Monica. You're right. Kefir. All right. The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. If you haven't read that, you must. We're going to put that again. These are all good books. I'm not, where I'm doing Shauna. Hold on. Shauna Swan Countdown, which basically sperm, eggs, embryos, environmental factors for pregnancy are being depleted because of the diet, which is deadly. A lot of endocrine disruptors out there. And we unknowingly are breathing, drinking, eating, and the fish of the world are contaminated with all of that stuff. That's the craziness. I know. You're thinking, Kiltz, what are you talking about? Great day, God's paradise. Alexandra, Nikki Douglas, good morning to you. Let's see. Your mother, Brenda, by the way, is a shining star. And that's why I have my picture of my mom. My dad's on another picture here. My sister, Marianne, and my friend, Dave Kilmer, who passed away earlier than I thought they should. But things always happen exactly as they're meant to happen. And that is it. Let's see. Laura, good morning, Doc, from Italy. Nice, Laura. Thank you. Mag P. Sarek. Thanks again. Let's see. Free Little Bird. Kiltz used the shitter of let's see. Events of kudos. Shittier events of childhood as fertilizer to grow. Kudos. Yeah. Again, I don't look back and say that should have never happened. They should have never allowed me to do that. Or like, boy, was I a mess. Well, God's got this always. Again, wherever you're at in this world, you have to imagine that God's got a plan for all of us. I got the Eric Arntz lion up and the wolf picture. I'm going to get a big backdrop with that and the wolves. See, we're wolves and lions. We are wolves and lions. It is so amazingly simple. That's the craziness of the story. All right, it's 5:33 in the morning, USA, Eastern New York, wherever you're at in this globe. It's a great, amazing, God-given day in God's paradise. And God is good. God is great. What are you reading? What are you thinking? What are you listening to? What are you watching? What are you immersing your beautiful life in? That's it. Are there any herbs or spices that can flavor the meals that won't hurt the diet? Well, my only spice is salt, and my only sauce is butter. I throw a little bit of blue cheese on there. That's about it. But and once in a while, I'll throw in, rarely would I add pepper. Again, my thought is if it burns the eyes, it's going to burn cells within your body, which may be damaging your glycoproteins. Glycosylation. Ask most people. Can you tell me about glycosylation? How important it is versus glycation, and how is it if I don't eat, like for months, I lose fat? And if I eat food, generally I'm worried about getting fat. So wouldn't you think that fat is the energy for the Ferrari, and this idea that glucose is our energy is maybe wrong? That's what I think. I know, Kiltz, you're really pushing it. Lambs, good morning, Doc. Any idea where your bursitis is coming from? Overtraining, maybe do you take a rest days? Well, you know what? The guy said it's probably just some abrasion or a bug bite or something. I have been doing my pull-ups, push-ups, my sit-ups, and my squats. That could be it. And so I'm resting it now. But I had a little bit of tendonitis, but he swears no. But I think that's it. I'm with you, lambs. So I'm doing a little rest. I got to do a 2-day rest, but I'm resting for the week or two to let this all heal. And I'm eating my 1 meal a day. I'm sticking to fatty meat. I'm doing my 2 to 3 day fasting. We got a January, July 5-day fast coming up. So be ready. And look at Bellama Steak and Butter Gang and learn from Raymond Nazon and Emily Harvo about feasting, priming, all those things. Mimi from Vienna, good morning to you. Ashley Rogers, blessings, doctor. I've been carnivore since the birth of my second child in February. Increased energy, depression is gone, but not losing weight. Currently breastfeeding also. Again, the idea of being skinny is foolish to the human body and brain. It says, now listen, for the last 3.5 million years between pestilence, disease, war, and poverty, not eating for days, if not weeks, and maybe in some rare cases, months, was common. And so I would say that this idea, well, I'm not losing weight. Well, you want to you gotta caloric it down. So leaner meat and walking weights and wiener meat. Got to get that W in there, didn't I? CBABC, specific gravity, always showing very high around 1040, 1050 in urine strip. Well hydrated and same result throughout the day is due to high protein concentrating. I don't measure the shit. Again, what's your problem? What are you suffering from? See, what happens is everyone's doing these tests for LDL, cholesterol, VLDL, and all these things, and they come back abnormal, but they're all tests that are highly inaccurate unless you're having a medical problem. Then we look at them and say, aha, what do we do here? But I don't test that stuff. I had blood draw on day 5 of my nothing to eat week, and my glucose was 52. I felt fantastic. Tori Steele, good morning to you. Kefir is a carbohydrate. I agree. Andrew Lee, good morning from Nome, Alaska. I have fresh snow on the ground and 3-pound chuck roast in the crock pot. Nice. Half price. It was only $5 a pound. Long cooking hurt the nutrition. Now, Andrew Lee, there's a lot of information. If you read Pottinger's Cats, and it may be the same for humans, is that cooked meat is not as good as raw meat. And so get some raw meat in there. Make sure it's fatty meat. Look at pemmican. I don't think they dried it. I don't think they cooked it. This is the very best. Is raw is right, and cooked is killer. Again, but slow cooking. Again, we do add the fat. Fat is fit. If you're fat, it's not the cause of disease. It's a sign you've been eating a plant-based, protein-based, low-fat diet and grazing animal eating habits. We are lions. Good morning from Cobourg, Ontario. Sean Bailey, thanks a lot. Andrew Lee, CB Ace. Let's see. Give the good doctor a thumbs up, to help support the channel. JG, thank you for that. Appreciate everyone stopping by a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. The hour of power. It's about positivity, love, hope, generosity, kindness. Faith is always number one in life. Always have faith that God knows what she's doing. Is a woman, you know that, right? She's gonna tease you and sort of make you squirm, right? Let's see. Pretty ass trucker. Good morning. What's the best way to prep the uterus for frozen donor transfer? Look at the Family Building Guide. Kiltz's Keto is Carnivore and the Baby's Way, and know this that it's fatty meat, salt water, 1 meal a day. And then look at our molecular fertility or nutritional solutions. Right now, we're out of some of our organ meat stuff, and I don't know why, but it's coming back. Be patient. But most of all, visualize, do a vision board, put the pictures of all the things you want right on. Let's see. A good day. Thumbs up to all, by the way. One hope for all. Ashley Rogers, Try to incorporate a wee bit of carbs to get unstuck from losing weight. Yeah, I don't, I don't, for what reason, there's no carbohydrates go become fat. And so you don't need them, but a small amount's okay. Again, small amounts infrequently, but most of all, walking. And this is where I think Maria Emmerich's stuff on protein sparing diets are really for fat loss. And again, skinny is deadly. Love the body you're in. That's it. Lion diet for 6 months now. Oh, I lost that. Taste was have changed. No salt, a little beef, water. I learned the hard way by reintroducing a cup of coffee as a dessert. Hit my stomach and brain. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Cake? Payman, how you doing? Eduardo, FCG, Mags, Rencall, Koti, Tal. Again, I got my Instagram. Thank you for likes, sharing, love, kindness, generosity. Pass it around. We don't have a Patreon channel. A little bit. We're working on self-funding to keep the mission moving. Pemmican is raw meat with fat. Thank you, Monica. Again, if you read The Fat of the Land. Maybe we're going to do this book, The Fat of the Land. It's a tough kind of read here, but meat. This is it, The Fat of the Land. Pemmican is about 1-to-1 fat to muscle meat. We should say fat to muscle meat, adipose tissue to muscle meat, because we don't even know how many amino acids, sugars, and fatty acids, what the ratio truly is. Don't know it. SC3. Good morning, tribe. Steve, Captain Carnivore Conover. A gut full of plant fiber is a microbrewery. That is it. Your children are eating either fresh, raw, organic plants or processed, which contain a lot of other chemicals that basically glycate and have all the chemicals that are damaging our brains and our bodies. And we've been lied to by the lions that want to keep you and I weak and meek. We lined up at the Shake Shack getting all this, getting coffee and Coke and sodas, apples and apple juice. And then we also had all these pastries. Oh my God, in junior high school, they're so good. But that was when I was challenged in junior high school. Oh my God, Thomas Starr King Junior High School. I think that was it. Was it on Hyperion or Franklin? I can't remember the exact. It was in Silver Lake area. Good morning. What is the best way to prep the uterus for frozen transfer? Think about a hysteroscopy, laparoscopy, the Immune 3 protocol. Keep it simple. Letrozole trigger is a really great way to do that. Rena Altamura. Good morning from Brooklyn, my Brooklyn friends. Ashley Rogers, how many meals per day are you eating? That's a good question. I recommend 1 or less. And again, stop. The moment you give up and you say, you know what? I love my body. I love my body. And then you start going to the carnivore way, the Kiltz's babies way, and you minimize it. Don't eat Kiltz's ice cream for like 3 months. Hey, Doc, carnivore, and I'm stalled in weight loss. What would you recommend? Perfume? Again, do more weights, walking, and eat leaner meat temporarily. Again, long-term, not good, but what do you want to get down to? We all want to look like this, but again, Keto Savage he's got to do a lot of work that's not overall healthy for us, I believe. It's just probably not overall healthy for us in the long run. See, fat is not the cause of disease. So every time you look at your body and you say, oh, I'm fat, I'm unhealthy. Nope. The unhealthy nature of our bodies is secondary to eating a plant-based, low animal fat diet. That's all it is. Nothing more. That's it. Come across alternate day fasting thoughts. Yeah, KC. Again, every other day eating, that's fine. Every other day you eat. But again, your body is amazing. It says, I ain't going to let you lose weight because that's dumb. Dumb. The best way to take some weight while trying to conceive. Which way? You're trying to gain weight? Is that it? To take some weight? Well, let's see. Laura. Again, walking. I'm resting my bursitis, my left elbow. Dr. Weiss already drained 10 milliliters almost. I was 8.5. So I maybe, so I was bringing it up to an even number like that. And I'm taking my antibiotics and I've been wrapping it and have been praying with it. Good morning, Donnie. Miss T is very well. Thank you for asking. Love you, my friend. George V, my pleasure, by the way. And KC, again, I'm habitual day by day, every day, day. We go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time, bed at 9, up at 3. I do my meditation and prayer. I do my cold water work. I usually shave. And I used to do my gym work there, but I do a little bit, maybe 3 times a week. I do some light weights and writing, but most of all, every day I do the most important exercise of life is get up, go out there and do something. Be part of the creative, kind, generous ways of the world. That's it. Primal Mike. We don't need electrolytes. Fatty meat, salt water, bone broth, bone marrow. And when you eat the fat, it contains more water making potential for your body. That's it. It's so simple. Let's see. Juice. Casey, try to eat when I am hungry. Some days it happens to be more than 20. I'm hungry every day. I'm hungry sometimes. Yeah, that's again, we're really working on this, and everyone's comments and sharing ideas. That's what this forum is all about. It's about positivity, faith, kindness, generosity. It's about what is the proper human diet. PhD Ken Berry. What is the proper human diet? It really is simple. Fatty meat, salt water, 1 meal a day, and eat the organ meats. That's so amazing. Lisa, good morning. So it's Sean Bailey. I feel like the longer I go between meals, the better I feel. Me too. That's why I do often a 2-day fast once a week, a 3-day fast once a month, and a 5-day fast twice a year. One plant-based thing I couldn't remove from my diet. I was off coffee for a year plus. I do a little bit from time to time. Most of the time, I'm drinking my Gerolsteiner in my Kiltz cups. If you go to kiltzcups.com, I think they're $15-20. And if you get a defective one, just let us know. We'll send you a new one. You don't even just keep it and we'll send you a new one. This one's defective. Let's see. Thank you, Donnie. You're amazing. Rock star. Everyone. Good morning to everyone, and God bless you. Thank you, Lee. Appreciate you. Ashley Rogers was watching Adam and Todd live yesterday. Both mentions adding some carbs for a short time to start losing weight again after a stall, then go back to only meat. That's again, I minimize, eliminate carbohydrates. Most important part is moving, a simple walking and weights, and love the size and shape you are. Right on. But yeah, sometimes again, carbohydrates, why would that help you lose weight? I think our biggest problem in the world is people are gaining weight on carbs. So adding some carbs, again, carbohydrates are never required. I call them carbocaine, but minimize, I think, is good. Ashley and One Hope, thanks for that. Been doing, but really need to cut the sugar completely. That's it. Go fatty meat, salt water, 1 meal a day, weights and walking. And don't forget faith in God. Look in the mirror, and there he it is. Faith in God. This crazy world. What's going on? God's got this, as they say. God's got this for my Instagram, seeing my fertility, Dr. Kiltz, YouTube, Facebook, and of course the Mighty Tribe. Thanks all for stopping in. Appreciate you. And what are your questions, comments, thoughts, ideas? I'm working on this Monday evening meetup. I'm going to be in New Orleans. It's a meeting, so I got to figure it out what I'm going to do. Charmed Bum, good morning to you, my friend. Thank you. Jen Smock, please help refute the position. Yeah, there is no, everyone is saying that, let's see, preferred need for carb for energy. You never use carbohydrates for energy. There's no preference. If it doesn't make any sense, we burn acetyl-CoA from fatty acids. That's why fat is so critical in the human body. If you're skinny, it's deadly. The mitochondria must have acetyl-CoA. The cytoplasm of some cells can convert just enough ATP from sugars and make some lactic acid to survive the onslaught of poisonous plants you're consuming all day, all night, and every day, the day you're born to the day you die, which causes cancer. The problem is that we don't eat fat. We eat meat. We eat a high plant protein-based diet around the globe, little to no fat. And if it's oil, it's a plant poison, so that's good. But yeah, I'm Jen Smock. I'll bet $1 billion on this one. sugars. There are 9 sugars in the human body that are critical for glycosylation. Look at glycobiology. Ask the doctors. Well, tell me about. See, it's like Ansel Keys. They like trick you with all this complicated science. Don't eat for a month, and your muscles will begin to show up. As long as you're moving the muscles, right, you're gonna keep them built, right? And the fat adipose tissue provides every mineral, vitamin, and building block for your body. That's why bears and many other animals can fast for 8 months and still build babies, and they lose only adipose tissue. It's crazy. But Jen Smock, I'm just sharing a thought and idea. Don't fight pigs because they like mud. Love mud, Sean. Hardest part for me in the beginning, I thought about sugar every day. Love life. I love steak. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream, no sugar required. Minimize a little bit from time to time. But if you're one of those people like, if I have a little bit, I'm going to have 10 pieces of it, right? I'm capable of a little cup of ice cream, but it's a lot of cream. A lot of cream. Now, I'm pretty good with cream, butter, eggs, but some people can't touch those things. So you have to be careful, but check where they're raised and what they eat. Remember, chickens have a lot of carnivore nature to them. They love the bugs. Are going through high fat and low fat carnivore, but when I eat fat, I feel really good and my body feels like it's singing or humming along. It's, again, everything. This is my snack in my I got a little refrigerator on my desk in Syracuse. Butter and fat and pork belly. It's my pork belly from ourancestorsfoods.com. I cut it up in little chunks and I chew on it. The best. All right. Hidden food additives. All right, let's see what you got. Keiko. What would you do or not do when you are a bit off, like mild migraine due to taking your body doesn't assimilate well? I will sometimes take a Motrin or drink a caffeinated coffee if I've got a migraine or coming on, but that's rare today. What it happens with is if I have a carb or if I have a martini sometimes, then I'm like, oh my God, you can't do it. If they're poisonous, can't do it. Much needed rain in North Carolina. Paulette Hasty, pemmican. Love the pemmican. That's it. Just purchased Thomas Seyfried's Cancers and Metabolic Disorder. Thomas Seyfried's amazing. We'll get Thomas Seyfried on and talk about it. It's really rock star material. Otto Warburg, and if you look at Ravenous by, I think it's Sam Apple. Is that right? Great book. Make yourself some cow hoof soup has been healing my shoulder. I'll try that. Try that for Kiltz's bursitis. It's getting better. Linda Royer, I feed my chickens meat. They do get organic feed, but I feed them beef and sardines, meat every day. Also sprinkle desiccated liver on top of their feed. I also feed them all the worms and frogs that I find in the landscape. Again, we have been lied to by the lions that want to keep you lined up week and week at all the places that sell all the things that we're addicted to. All the coffees, all the teas, all the pastries, all the cookies, the candies, and all the shit. Minimize to maximize, eliminate to be the illustrious leader of your life again. Never cheat. Tia would not like me cheating. Even treating. Salt. Yeah, salt. Absolutely. That's why I've got my plate of Malden and Redmond sea salt and my plate of butter and pork belly. I often have the I also have my brain. I have ribeye steak, either Our Ancestors Foods or Hassel Farms or my favorite, Snake River Farms. Pink Himalayan salt. Yes. Monica Perez Calderon. Hi, doctor. Good morning. What you eat with histamine sensitivity and leptin resistance? Well, I don't name all those things. I think we're making a lot of it up, but fatty meat, salt water, bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream, salt, bone broth. Tia made me a great chicken bone broth that I add some pork belly to it. But this is the way that I recommend the baby's way. This stuff is really hard, but you are born for hard. You are born for hard every single day. Oh my God, this is hard. You can do it. I know it. Greek yogurt. I don't eat Greek yogurt of any significance or frequency. Small amounts from time to time, but not all the time. And some things will take you down fast, right? Some people will die from a peanut right away, anaphylaxis. So understanding the cause of disease, cause of disease is 5 things, the majority are from plants. And when you eat a plant, it comes with the microbes and the parasites, right? They love plants. They're not in the animals mostly, they're in the plants. So the plant sugars, plant antigens, plant chemicals, fermentation of plants in the gut via the microbes that come with the plants, and then excessive exercise. But for Monica, be careful on dry aged meats, but try lamb, try goat, try bison, try elk, something else. But remember, the carnivore nutritional way is a 1-to-1 fat to muscle. Fatty meat is what you want. Bevy, good morning to you, my friend. Love you. Nicole Brown, good morning. Let's see. Institute of Medicine Food and Nutrition Board has a book called Dietary Reference Intakes for Energy, Carbohydrates, Fiber, Fat, and amino acids. It's all. I'm betting the Institute of Medicine Food and Nutrition Board, their book is all based on industrial methods to make a lot of money, keeping you weak and meek. How many carbohydrates plants do we require? Zero. Right on. I am Shalom. Good morning. Love this. Love you, my friend. Much gratitude for, again, I'm 5 a.m. Monday through Friday, most days, most weeks. I take Saturday off and Sunday 10 to 11, 10 to noon. We're doing podcasts, Kiltz's Carnivore Conversations, all of those things. She's breastfeeding. I wouldn't worry about a stall and losing weight. Yeah, listen, this idea that I want to get skinny, the universe says, are you dumb? But if you want to get down a little more, weights, walking, and 1 meal a day. Weight, walking, and 1 meal a day. That's it. Feed your baby wants fat from that breast milk for sure. What is your opinion on alternate day fasting combined with carnivore? Yeah, that's a great one. Love it. Colleen Ward, question. This is the Mighty Tribe, by the way. You can go to drkiltz.com, join the Mighty Tribe for free, and we have our 30-day keto carnivore guide and training for everyone. Subcutaneous, I have some subcutaneous fat. Doesn't it mean I have visceral fat too? 63-year female ketovore. I crave, eat fatty beef mostly. Okay, Colleen Ward, I do not believe that subcutaneous fat or visceral fat or intramuscular fat or a bone marrow fat is the cause of any disease. Excessive fat typically means you're likely a plant-based, protein-based, low-fat eater. That's the cause of disease. So Sean O'Mara, I love his stuff. I just don't believe that it's the cause. It's associated with, but it's not the cause. That's what I believe. Fat is where it's at. And so many animals, remember, they polar bears, they eat a lot of fatty seals in order to get fat to survive the lack of ice and also for any hibernation or nesting that they do. Alternate fasting is good. The lower limits of dietary carbohydrate compatible with life is okay. Drum roll. Brrr, 0 carbohydrates. I mean, 0 plants are ever required in the human diet. And if you look at protein poisoning, rabbit starvation, just look it up on Wikipedia. It's real. And my bet is a lot of our diseases are secondary to a high protein, low fat diet. That's all it is, right? Let's see. Madison's mom, how you doing? Infectious energy. Again, we don't want to catch an infectious disease, but we want to be infectious to positivity, love, kindness, generosity, faith in God. I don't care what religion you are. Doesn't matter. Even if you're, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. I believe in like a higher power. Look in the mirror. There she is. Kiltz fighting, fighting head and chest cold. Fasting so good. Absolutely. Fasting and bone broth, a little bone broth, Jennifer. Chicken bone broth for sure. KC, I'm a lion. I know. Problem, Mike, people were getting sick and fat on standard American diets, sad diets from a standard American doctor. Now on carnivore, some people are frustrated because they're not losing weight. fast enough. Be patient, seriously. But again, skinny is deadly in a famine, sickness, pestilence, disease. We are at war, all these things. People don't realize that fat obesity causes no disease. That's it. Okay. Thank you. A breath of fresh air. We got to have a breath of fresh air. I'm a physician, a reproductive endocrinologist, a surgeon, OBGYN and REI. I make babies. Kiltz makes babies. CNY Fertility. We're working affordability, access, quality, integration. That's what I'm working for every single day. Let's see. Microdosing for a short amount of times for a drug is only meant to be a short amount of time, Hilda Western. I do not recommend the PTSD treatment with microdosing. If you go carnivore, fatty meat, salt water, you don't need the drugs. Again, drugs. David Alexander, everyone, Florida, zero carb, best treatment for obesity and type 2 diabetes. Again, obesity is not a disease. Now, I know many people that feel the weight of their extra weight, but ultimately by simply going carnivore in 2 to 4 weeks, you'll feel fantastic. And then you begin to drop the weight, will make you feel even better because that's where it's at. But again, drugs and dissections for weight loss and these diets that don't work, like low calories, don't do it. Fatty meat, absorb what is useful, discard what is not, and what is uniquely your own. Bruce Lee. Accessions bias. Thank you, my friend. All right, I got to scroll down to 6 o'clock. Got a couple of calls before surgery. Optimum size and carnivore. It's not about quick losses. It's about sticking to a healthy way of life. That's it. It's sort of like what happens. People, I did this to lose weight, and then they go back to something they did before, and then they gain the weight. But not only do they gain the weight, they gain all the diseases like diabetes, hypertension, cancer, stroke, dementia, depression, all the things that add up. People aren't. Be patient. Love where you're at, because where you're at is you're being marinated in the beauty of God's life every day. I started carnivore at 55. I'm 67 and a half. April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Oh boy. Yeah. In 7 months. It's crazy, right? On Promo Mike. Thank you. The electrolytes, again, if you eat fatty meat, salt water, bone broth, you don't need anything. I do some Gerolsteiner water. I think that's enough, but we drink too much water. Jennifer, I have congestion. I can't kick so many to get an antibiotic to treat it, which stinks, but chest congestion can't turn bad. Listen, there's nothing wrong with antibiotics, antifungal, antivirals from time to time. They're there for us. Listen, the pestilence disease of the world want to take us down, and the microbes want to kill us, make us fertilizer. Karina Johnson, Rita May, Culliver's Milkshake, coupon. Let's see, Michael King. Yeah, again, it's all this stuff that, oh my God, I got to eat that. Michael Keene, thank you again for stopping in. Everyone, another grateful day. Good morning. How do you normally eat your eggs? I love them. I love them poached over easy, medium well, and I love scrambled eggs with Parmesan, and I love cooking with a little bit of pork belly and ribeye steak. Had salty chicken bone broth in pressure cooker yesterday. Best food, absolutely street monk. Let's go to make lots of fatty chicken soup. That's the best one for colds. Carbs don't break a stall. Fasting does, and eating between 8 a.m. and 12 noon. Fast rest of the day with water. That's a good one. That's good one. Lotus Blossom in Florida. Less junk, more health. Central Florida. Thanks a lot. On Hope. Fed a vegetarian diet. I do not buy them. Again, the vegan diet, vegetarian diet, is a controlling diet for humans that are deadly, my opinion. Good morning from Arizona, heading out to open my work, 3 a.m. Enjoy your Thursday, Catherine Shore. I get up at 3, out by 4 at the latest, but typically by 3:30. And this is, again, you're alive to get out and do something. Go get a job, any job. Start at what we call the bottom, and then you rise to the top. Everyone is capable of all of that, by the way. Bert Kisto, 35-year young male. Remember, you're young. We are young at any age. I'm 67, never felt better. Fatty meat, salt water, typically 1 meal a day. I read the Bibles of the world, all of them, because I want to know something about Islam and Judaism, Christianity, Hindu, Buddhist, all of them, and be open to all of those things. Jennifer, You have to heal the body and carnivore to stop inflammation. If you, again, fasting. Pemmican is dried meat, usually beef. It's kind of cooked. If you use dehydrated, I don't cook it that way. I just dry age it in the refrigerator with no cooking. All right, Mrs. Ellen Mellon, marinate in the beauty of God's love. It's what we need to hear at this moment in time. Absolutely. More sharing of God's love around the globe. I got to get to my 6 o'clock call. Have a blessed day, my friends. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Will I see you tomorrow morning? 5 a.m.? Yes. All right. Andrea Holmes, good morning. God bless you. Have a great day. Thanks to my Mighty Tribe members. I appreciate you. And again, join the Mighty Tribe. It's for free. There's lots of great free advice coming from the group. The group is awesome. Less junk, more health. My pleasure, my friends. Let's see. Bert Keystro Carnivore will help, but LDL. Again, stop measuring LDL, HDL, VLDL, cholesterol, triglycerides. It's unimportant. Look at hemoglobin A1C, CRP, ESR, get a coronary artery calcium score, but ultimately, love life every day. The daily vitamin supplements recommended for a healthy diet: fatty meat, salt water, liver. That's it. All right, my YouTube, Facebook friends, don't forget, like, subscribe, please. Have a great day. God loves you.